I know what you're thinking. I'm crazy telling you to sell more when you sell less. On this video, I'm going to respond to a subscriber and I'm going to show you everything where you can sell more when you sell less. So buckle up because we're starting right now. Hey, I'm Matthew. Welcome to Car Count Hackers. If you're an auto repair shop owner and you want to grow your car count, income, and profits, go ahead and smash that subscriber button, ring the bell icon, and you'll be on your way. I told you at the beginning of this video that if you sell less, you'll sell more. Well, that's really what this is all about, but I want to address a question or a comment I got from a subscriber. On a recent video, Elias left a comment saying, "Hello Matthew, I'm a new subscriber." Thank you, Elias. I just finished watching this video and the one about thank you cards. Sounds like great advice. In this video, you mentioned email marketing, keeping in touch via email, not just selling stuff. Can you elaborate on this? First of all, Elias, thank you for your comment. Great question. And this is the video that Elias was watching, and you should check that out after this video. It's about a marketing plan for 2019. But to answer your question, let me try to do this by giving you an example, and then I'm going to show you everything and give you some great ideas and tell you exactly how to deploy it. So let's just say you were looking to buy a refrigerator. I know, maybe that's not the most common thing, but let's just use that as an example. And you waltzed into the store and there was a salesman who just spewed things like, well, this model is this much and that model is that much, and really didn't tell you too much. Well, what if you go to another store and the salesperson there starts to explain things about the refrigerator? What about explaining things like different door styles? Like, really, did you figure there were that many different door styles? There's advantages of the side-by-side refrigerator, and then there's other advantages to the traditional top-bottom freezer doors. What about door locks and alarms? They're great for households with toddlers. What about shelving? Do you want sliding shelving? Do you want adjustable shelving? Do you want lips on the edge to make them spill-proof? All really good points about buying a refrigerator, no? And then that salesman goes on to explain all the different variations of drawers. Do you want transparent doors that let you see the contents without having to open them? Do you want climate-controlled doors? What about LED displays where you can see and adjust temperatures or leave notes or organize the fridge or display photos or access recipes? Displaying photos in your refrigerator? Whatever. So let me ask you a question. Which of those two salesmen made you feel more, well, let's for the sake of argument just call it warm and fuzzy? Which one would you listen to? Let me ask you this. Would the salesperson that shows you all the features and benefits of the refrigerator that you want to spend your money on, would that person be more believable? Would they be an authority? Would you trust them more? Now hold on, because I'm going to ask you those same questions in just a minute. So how do you communicate with customers and not be selling them? Well, take an example from the refrigerator salesperson that I just talked about. Why not give them information? What about questions like, I accidentally put 5W20 oil in my car when it takes 5W30. Am I in any trouble if I drive it until the next oil change? What about, in general, is it worth trying to maintain a vehicle that has more than 100,000 miles, or are you better off with a new car? What about this? Is it true that if you don't use the AC, your car engine is running easier? How about this? If my vehicle's oil looks dirty, should I change the oil at that time? What about questions like this? I'm putting a lot of highway miles on my car. What should I look for in terms of repair and maintenance? And would the car have a shorter life compared to the city-driven, low-mileage cars? I think you get the point. You probably hear similar questions or a whole lot of other questions right at your service counter. In the comments down below, why don't you share some of the questions that you get from your customers at your service counter? Now, how do you distribute this? There's a bunch of different ways to do it. Number one, you could use simple pamphlets or reports right at your service counter. Number two, you could make these downloadable PDFs and have people subscribe, whether it be, through a subscription on your website or even promote it on Facebook. Or you could do a YouTube video. But going back and looking at all the different topics that we covered that are, to you, pretty basic questions, but people are asking these, whether it be online or to your service advisor. If you publish something to address those answers, let me ask you this. Would people start to believe you more? Would you become an authority? Would your customers start to trust you more because you're the authority and you're more believable? I'm telling you that it works just like that. You're the guy who's got all the answers. You're the go-to person. You're the guy that I want to think of first when I have a problem with my car. So if you're still hanging around, don't forget to leave me a comment and tell me the questions that customers ask you at your service counter. Then go over here and watch this video about marketing your auto repair shop, and this other video down here on the bottom right is what YouTube says you probably want to see. I'm Matthew, the Car Count Fixer. Thank you so much for taking a minute out of your day. Go ahead and hit that subscriber button and you'll get more information just like this.